Hello, everyone. Welcome to Games Done Hitless. Let's try this one more time. My name is Deadeye, and I am from Team Hitless. I am joined by Helix from GDQ. Welcome, Helix.
Hello, everyone. As mentioned, I'm Helix. I'm excited to be here. This will be a great event. For those of you new to Hotfix, GDQ Hotfix is GDQ's regularly scheduled programming. We have 2 shows almost every weekday and special events on weekends, such as this one, that showcase various speedruns and communities.
Awesome. Yeah, and we're very excited to work with GDQ and Hotfix. And again, a lot of people are new to Team Hitless. So we are an international community of gamers who try to accomplish one common goal, not getting hit while completing a game from start to finish. A hit is defined as a loss of health caused by a trap or enemy, and this includes bosses. Fall damage and environmental damage is not a hit.
Yes, thank you for the explanation. I've always been fascinated by people who try to complete games without getting hit. It's such a fun subgenre of like speedrunning and challenge runs and such. GDQ is thrilled to be working with Team Hitless to present Games Done Hitless, which, by the way, is supporting the American Heart Association. Deadeye, would you mind telling everyone what the AHA does and how our viewers' donations will be used?
Of course. So by 2024, the AHA is dedicated to raising and investing $230 million to advance cardiovascular health for all by removing barriers to quality healthcare access. So the AHA is working towards health equity by providing education to healthcare professionals and the public, applying new knowledge to treat heart disease and stroke, teaching individual prevention, focusing on health impact through the conditions in which people live, work, play, and pray, and fighting against systems, including laws and customs perpetuating inequities.
Yeah, and so you all can see just how important the AHA's work is. I also heard that they support LGBT pride, women's health, and mental health. Is that correct?
That is correct. And I actually met up with Stephanie from the AHA last week to sit down with me to discuss these topics. So let's take a look now. Welcome, everyone. My name is Deadeye. I am from Team Hitless, and I am here with Stephanie from the American Heart Association. Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So let's just jump right into this. So you know at GDQ that they like to do things fast. It's hard to learn everything about a 100-year-old organization like the American Heart Association quickly, but let's give it a shot. The AHA has done a lot of good work around heart disease, stroke, and improving outcomes from cardiac arrest through hands-only CPR. But people may not know about some of the other work the AHA does around mental health, women's health, social inequities, and pride. I'd love to focus on these topics today and tell our community how their donations will make an impact in these areas.
Okay.
So the first question I have for you is we are learning more and more about the connection between heart health and mental health. Tell me what the AHA is doing to support mental health and share the positive connection between our hearts and brains.
Yeah, so you definitely don't think of the American Heart Association first when you're thinking about brain health, but there is science that shows they are very interconnected. Positive mental health and emotional health has an impact on your overall heart health and vice versa. The American Heart Association believes that companies and businesses are only as healthy as their employees. And so we offer something called a well-being works better scorecard. And companies can use this scorecard to learn how their wellness efforts compare to other similar organizations. And then, based on their score, they will receive guidance and resources to continuously improve their score and their workforce's overall mental well being. We also believe that education around mental health and heart health needs to start at a young age so healthy choices become a habit and children turn into healthy adults. We have 2 programs called Kids Heart Challenge and American Heart Challenge. They are our school programs, and they incorporate mental health, brain health, acts of kindness, acts of service, all into the programming, and it aligns really nicely with schools' curriculum across the country.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for sharing that. We know that heart disease is the nation's #1 killer, specifically for women. Can you share a little bit more about what the AHA is doing for women's health?
Yeah, you're exactly right. For a variety of reasons, heart disease is women's greatest health threats. It can be, due to hormones, pregnancy, stress, etc. There are definitely clinical care gaps for women because heart disease specifically heart attacks, can present differently in women than in men. And so women can get misdiagnosed or symptoms just simply get overlooked. And unfortunately, outside of a hospital, women are statistically less likely to receive medical attention from a bystander in a cardiac emergency because people are hesitant to perform CPR on a woman's chest. So, because of that, the program called Go Red for Women. It has been around since 2004, and it addresses these specific things. It is our signature women's initiative to address awareness and these clinical gaps, as well as just meet the needs of women now and at every stage of their life to be a relevant and credible resource for them for equitable health solutions.
So that's a good segue. You mentioned equitable health solutions. So I'd love to learn a little bit more about the AHA's social impact funds and how they are addressing those social inequities you just talked about.
Our social impact funds are a high priority for the AHA to drive equitable health and well-being for all. Investments through these funds are designed to address the needs of communities from within the communities themselves. And specifically, they focus on providing access to capital, combating structural inequalities, accelerating innovation, and sharing those best practices out, and then continuously studying addressing our social impact funds to make sure we are working on the most pressing challenges. One of our funds is called the Bernard J. Tyson Fund, and he was an AHA national board member and a CEO roundtable advisor, as well as just being a visionary leader who cared very passionately about health and well-being for all. He just truly believed in our mission at the AHA of helping people live longer, healthier lives, both physically and mentally. And our Bernard J. Tyson Fund was created in his honor to help break down social and economic barriers to health equity by supporting and investing in evidence-based, locally led solutions, specifically in our under-resourced communities.
Great. Thank you so much for that information. That's actually a great segue into my last question, which is about LGBTQ plus individuals who we know are also heavily impacted by health inequities and more likely to have poor heart health. Can you share some more information about what the AHA does to represent and support LGBTQ plus individuals?
Sure. So statistically, LGBTQ plus adults are more likely than heterosexuals to have poor heart health, generally because of things like stress, smoking, substance abuse, that kind of stuff. Our Hearts with Pride, ERG, is committed to reversing that trend and making heart health part of the national conversation, especially during Pride Month. We do this by remaining front and center when it comes to building healthy communities, by publishing research, promoting education, training people on hands-only CPR at Pride events, and we support health policies that equalize access to quality care in LGBTQ plus communities.
Wow, that's great to know, and I really appreciate you sharing all this information to myself and obviously to the community. I think these are great initiatives, and like I said, all these donations this weekend are going to be going to a really good cause. So thank you so much for sharing all that information. And to everyone watching, I hope you enjoy Games Done Hitless, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you for having me, and we are so appreciative of Team Hitless and your community and your support of our organization. It means the world to us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I want to thank Stephanie again for all that information on how the charity funds will impact these important topics. As of last night, Team Hitless has raised $39,126.81 for the American Heart Association in the last 3 years. Can we get a round of applause in chat? That is absolutely amazing. Helix, do you mind explaining how chat can donate to the AHA today using the Twitch charity tool?
I would be happy to. You all may notice that the subscribe button has been replaced by a donate to charity button, and this is how you can donate to the AHA. Clicking on that button will bring up a panel where you can select the amount that you would like to donate and then enter your payment information. 100% of your donation goes to the American Heart Association.
Thank you so much, Helix, for explaining how chat can donate today. So without a doubt, let's get right into it. Let's take a